And if things are just too nasty, too much, the fact that they're handling it means they're going to be exposed to it even more than other cell types probably. And so it seems very natural to me that these cells could be critical both in terms of their sort of susceptibility or the probability that something goes wrong just because they handle toxic stuffs, by their nature. And also they move around. So they can then,
Yeah.
if it moves from one place to another and then that leaks out, like there's just lots of points of problem that can arise here.
And you just alluded to what one of the most important aspects of this in my mind is, we can also take this in the context of cancer because
Mhm.
we obviously also do cancer work. Macrophages, phagocytes, but macrophages specifically, unlike a lot of the other immune cells, are the cells that are always there and they can get
Yeah.
into tissues and they can go the places you need them to. So that's both a problem, as
Right.
you note rightfully, but it's also the solution in
Right.
my mind, right? And so this is an area of our work and my colleague and I's work is engineering. Can we engineer these cells to either reverse the bad thing they're doing, or can we give them the capacity to do the thing we want them to do? And this is a very exciting area of research is because these cells can get to the places, you imagine a tumor, you have all of this collagen and these like tight tumors. T cells can't get in, immune cells can't get in, macrophages can. And so if you can engineer your macrophages in a way that suits anti-tumor effect or can clear lipids better in the plaque or you name it, go to the brain and help clear. I mean, I'm never going to argue that we should do transplants to children who are on high fructose. That's maybe not a good way to do it. But if you can understand how they're supposed to be doing this digestion process, can you maybe counteract the negative effects of the fructose by enhancing the appropriate activity in a safe and healthy way, right? So instead of trying to get kids to not consume fructose, which is very hard, can you maybe add another thing, a nutrient or something else that can counteract the negative effects of those fructose? I don't know if that's possible, but that's certainly how we're thinking.
Any final thoughts you want to leave people with, or anything you want to reiterate from our discussion, especially maybe for those who have or will soon have small children to think about?
Well, when I was in psychology, I remember my kids were very, very young. I think they were 4 or 5 when I started, and I remember asking my professor, the CBT, pediatric expert, what should I do as a parent? And he said, I don't know. I can tell you all the things you shouldn't do, but I can't really tell you what to do. So, there's a lot of information out there. Ultimately, all you can do is do the best you can, and so I think limiting fructose is not an unreasonable thing, but you're never going to keep a kid from not consuming fructose. And so there's just a lot of other things that you can do to enrich kids' lives and to do these things. But I think, just do the best you can ultimately, because I know I wasn't perfect at raising my kids with not consuming fructose for sure. And I definitely consume fructose myself.